The second fixture that I'd like to talk about is between Bournemouth versus Wolves. Now, Bournemouth are ranked 7th in expected goals conceded, whereas Wolves rank 15th. Now, Wolves have been quite leaky at the back, whereas Bournemouth have been quite scintillating of late. So, he has been consistent enough in the Brighton colours, but he did not have a very good start to the season, I believe. But he has picked up his form and is in scintillating form currently. He is the one who can, unlock the City defense, in my opinion, who have not looked that much solid also at the back. Hey guys, welcome back to another video from the Football Herd. Hope you're doing wonderfully well. This is the Game Week 26 team selection video in which I'll be talking about the best fixtures to target, the best differential assets to own. I'll be speaking about 3 players. Then in addition to that, I'll be also talking about the best captaincy options. There are quite a lot of options in this game week and it's wide open. And last but not the least, my team selection for game week 26. So there's a lot to cover. I hope you like this video, and if you do like this video, please do drop a like and subscribe to my channel. I only mean to add value to your teams and help you make more informed decisions. So without delaying any further, let's get started. In Game Week 26, there are 4 fixtures that I would like to target. The first one being the Arsenal versus West Ham fixture. Now, when you see the expected goals conceded, you see that Arsenal are ranked 1st and West Ham are ranked 17th. Now, this is clearly evident from the fact that West Ham have been leaking goals at will at the back, and Arsenal have been the best team defensively in this outing, even though they are trailing Liverpool in the points tally. But I believe it will be a very tightly contested, title race from now onwards, since they are only leading by 7 or 9 points, if I'm not mistaken. And even though they are having a lot of absentees, Bukayo Saka is yet to feature. He is, injured. We are also seeing that they're playing Lewis Kelly at the left back. And to top that, we also see that they do not have any out-and-out striker. But they have found Merino, who is delivering the goods. In the last game week, we saw him scoring a couple of goals as a super sub. And having said that, Noneri is also playing wonderfully well from the right wing in Saka's absence. So everyone is chipping from here and there. And I believe it should be a pretty easy win for Arsenal in Game Week 26. The second fixture that I'd like to talk about is between Bournemouth versus Wolves. Now, Bournemouth are ranked 7th in expected goals conceded, whereas Wolves rank 15th. Now, Wolves have been quite leaky at the back, whereas Bournemouth have been quite scintillating of late. And I'm expecting a Bournemouth win here. And there should be a lot of goals, in my opinion, with Wolves conceding a lot, in my opinion. Now, coming to the third fixture, that's between Southampton and Brighton. Now, Southampton are ranked 20th in expected goals conceded, the last ranked team, whereas Brighton ranked 12th. And Brighton have picked up form, and we are seeing that Jorginho Rutter, then Danny Welbeck and Mitoma, they're all playing wonderfully well. And to top that, Southampton have been quite shaky at the back. Even though they have not conceded as many goals of late that they were used to concede in the beginning part of the season. But I believe it should be a quite comfortable win for Brighton. Now, coming to the fourth fixture, that's between Brentford and Leicester. Now, it's a Leicester home game, and Leicester ranked 18th in expected goals conceded, and Brentford are ranked 13th. And we are seeing that the likes of Visa and Mbeumo have been very unlucky with a lot of goals being called off by VAR. Visa has been very unlucky, so it's a misery for the Visa owners. But having said that, I again firmly believe that this is a very tightly contested fixture. Even though Leicester have been more conducive to conceding a lot of goals, but this is a very tricky fixture in my opinion, and it might go either way. Now, coming to the best differentials to own currently. Now, I'll talk about 3 players whom I believe that have the highest potential and the huge upside due to their low ownership. So the first player that I'll talk about is Dango Ouattara from Bournemouth. Now, Dango has already got 2 assists and 5 goals from 27 shots, as you can see, and created 11 big chances. And he has amassed 56 points in the last 10 game weeks with a percentage goals involvement of 33%, which is massive in my opinion. And since he's playing out of position and as a striker and he's a midfielder, then now he will get all the benefits that a midfielder gets if he scores, right? And he will also be getting that additional bonus 1 point in which they are able to keep a clean sheet, right? So there are a lot of advantages to owning Dango. as you clearly saw that in the last game week, he was the one who scored the goal. Even though we have Kluivert who's on penalties, now only the penalties aspect makes him a superior pick in my opinion. But since he is heavily owned, now you can definitely double up with Rango and Kluivert in the midfield. Now coming to the next player, that's none other than Omar Marmoush. Now who has announced his arrival in the Premier League with a wonderful hat-trick, and he has already accumulated 1 assist and 3 goals from 7 shots with 4 big chances created, and he's already got 21 points in the last few game weeks that he has played. Now he is playing just behind Erling Haaland and also down the left sometimes, and I believe that's specifically the Alvarez position which he is utilizing in the half spaces and making those menacing runs if Haaland is laying the ball to him. And as you know that Haaland is a wonderful player when hold-up play comes into consideration. Now City are not that much well renowned to play long balls, but they are mixing and matching, and I believe Omar Marmoush is a very menacing asset to own currently. And his price bracket is also amazing with 7.1 million. He's a bargain in my opinion, and since he's very low owned, and we will be requiring funds for playing the assistant manager, and there'll be a lot of value tied to a lot of players, so there might be a fund shortage. But Omar Marmoush is someone whom can give you that extra edge if you do not own a Phil Foden or a De Bruyne or an Erling Haaland and you want a City cover. Now coming to the next player, that's none other than Kairo Mitoma. Now Mitoma has already got 1 assist and 3 goals from 14 shots and created 11 big chances with an XG of 2.5 as you can see in the screen. And he has already amassed a whopping 44 points in the last 10 game weeks, which is amazing in my opinion. Now not only does he pass the stats test, he also passes the eye test. Now I'm pretty sure that you were watching that game, even if it's in highlights or in the live, that the wonderful first touch which brought about that goal the last time round. So he has been consistent enough in the Brighton colours, but he did not have a very good start to the season, I believe. But he has picked up his form and is in scintillating form currently. So again, if you want to own a midfielder from Brighton, Kairo Mitoma is a no-brainer in my opinion. Now this is how my team is shaping up ahead of Game Week 26. Now in goal I have Henderson, who has a Fulham away game, and I believe that the double up of Henderson and Munoz has given me a lot of clean sheets, but it is a steep climb for now, and I'm not willing to waste any more transfers. Otherwise I would have opted for someone like Raya or Sells, but I'm quite confident of Henderson that he will get that clean sheet every now and then, and the save points are also there. Now coming to my defense, I have a back three of Robinson, Munoz and Trent. Now Robinson faces a Crystal Palace home game, which should be a very good fixture for Fulham in my opinion. Now since I also own Henderson and Munoz, I do not want Fulham to wreak havoc. But having said that, if Robinson, who is the assist king amongst defenders, gets an assist, I won't be surprised. Next up I have Munoz, who faces a Fulham away fixture. Now it will be a difficult fixture for him, but he is playing as a right wing back and taking those advanced positions. So it should be a lucrative game week for him if he is able to capitalize on the chances, and Mateta is able to contribute to the passes that he produces, and hopefully he gets an assist, if not a goal. Now coming to my third defender, that's Trent. Now Trent has a very tough game away at the Etihad. Now having said that, I believe City haven't looked that much compact, and this is an ideal game week for him to shine in my opinion. If he is completely fit and nailed to start, I believe the combination of Trent and Mohamed Salah can wreak havoc, because we have seen that Guardiola takes some attacking positions and leaving those that complete blank space for the right wingers to attack, and that should be a very fruitful game week for Trent and Salah if they can capitalize on the absence of Guardiola, because he is always inverting and taking those attacking positions, as we have seen that he is one of those most advanced defenders from the City lineup. So I believe it should be a very important game week for Trent and Salah if Liverpool are to win this game. Now, coming to my midfield, the first player that I have is Kluivert. Now, Kluivert has a Wolves home game, which should be a pretty decent outing for him. And I'm expecting at least a couple of goals involvement from him. Now, coming to the next player, that is Mohamed Salah. Now, I have spoken at length about him when I was talking about Trent only. Now, he's also a very fundamental player in the Liverpool lineup. And I believe that he is not the Bukayo Saka of Arsenal. He is so important to the Liverpool lineup that I'm pretty sure if he is to be injured, then their title surge will be completely nullified. He is that much important, and the kind of menacing form that he is in and the finishes that he is doing, even if it's a weak foot. Now he is a complete poacher with the perfect finesse that you expect from a right winger, right? So coming to my next midfielder, it's Cole Palmer. Now Cole Palmer is someone that we are seeing that is getting transferred out by millions of managers, and but I am someone who is holding on to Cole Palmer because I believe he has that whole potential in the upcoming game weeks, and he has a Aston Villa away game, and Villa play a high line, and he can definitely capitalize on that. So I'm completely in the hold mode for Cole Palmer. Now coming to the next player, that's Rodgers. Rodgers has a Chelsea home game, which should be again a dicey game in my opinion. Not only because it's a home game, but because also we are seeing that Aston Villa are bringing in a lot of fresh legs, in the likes of Asensio, then Rashford after the 60th minute. But he's someone who is nailed. He's not getting substituted, and Rodgers is keeping his place. So I'm quite optimistic about Rodgers that but he has been quite disappointing in the Premier League. Now he's scoring goals at will in the Champions League, but he's not translating that form into Premier League. So that's a bit disappointing. But I believe that his bad patch of form will be over soon, and he will be delivering from this game itself. Coming to the next midfielder, that's Mbeumo. Now Mbeumo has a Leicester away fixture. Now Leicester have been very leaky at the back, and it should be an end-to-end game in my opinion with a lot of goals. And hopefully Mbeumo, who is on pens, will be able to get on the end of a few goals, if not at least one. Now coming to my attack comprises of Isak, who has a Nottingham Forest home fixture. Now Forest have been pretty solid at the back, so it will be a difficult game for Newcastle and Isak. But I believe that he has the potential to break that Forest lineup, and he is getting immense support from Murphy and someone like Anthony Gordon. So I believe it should be a very good game week for Isak, but it will be challenging. Now coming to my last player, that's Ollie Watkins, who has a Chelsea home game. Now he is someone who is not that much high on my radar. I just brought him in just for the double in the game week 25. Now having said that, I'm not willing to make a transfer this game week, just because I will not be playing the free hit in game week 29, and I'll require a lot of transfers and to make more informed decisions in the latter point in time in game week 27, 28 and 29. I believe at least Watkins will be playing the 60th minute mark till the 60th minute mark, and Chelsea have not looked that much solid at the back also. So if they are able to capitalize on a few opportunities, just like Watkins pounced on that ricochet from the crossbar in the last game week itself, where Rashford hit that wonderful free kick. Now, since he is a wonderful poacher and a finisher, I'm quite optimistic about Watkins in game week 26 also. Now, in my bench comprises of João Pedro, who has Everton away fixture. Now Konza, who has a Bournemouth home game and is now fit, and Lewis Hall, who has a United away game. In game week 26, I have narrowed down to 3 assets. The first one being Mohamed Salah, the second is Isak, and third is Mbeumo. Now Salah's remarkable consistency and sharp instincts have made him a very vital player for Liverpool. With impressive figures that I was talking about and his ability to convert chances into goals, I believe that he holds immense value, and his effective ownership will be also pretty high. So he's a safe bet to have. But having said that, he has that City away fixture, which will be difficult for him. But if he is the one who can unlock the City defense, in my opinion, who have not looked that much solid also at the back. Now when you talk about Alexander Isak, Isak has been a very reliable Newcastle asset. and his pace and finishing prowess make him a very critical asset to own. Now, it's clearly also evident from his high expected goals and the goals tally that he is very clinical, in front of goal, which also makes him a very lucrative captaincy pick, in my opinion. Mbeumo's dynamic playmaking ability and agility, and the fact that he, combines wonderfully with Visa, is completely demonstrated by his creativity and vision, right? And he's a very key asset for Brentford, and they face Leicester, who have leaked goals galore. And Mbeumo's contribution, expected assists, and goals demonstrate his influence on the pitch. And I will not be surprised if his effective ownership is at least about 70-80%, because a lot of people will be going with Mbeumo who have him, and he is one of the best differential captains for Game Week 26 in my opinion. So if you want to play it safe, it's Mohamed Salah, and if you want to go differential, it's Mbeumo, and if it's a median slot, then it's Alexander Isak in my opinion. I've also made a dedicated video for the transfer targets for Game Week 26, keeping blank Game Week 29 into consideration. So make sure you watch that video where I've talked about 9 players, 3 from midfield, defense and attack. And thank you so much. If you watched the video till the end, please do drop a like and subscribe to my channel. That will mean a lot to me. And if you have any questions, please do drop them below. And this is not my final nail team. I will be posting my final team in X. So make sure you follow me there. All the best for Game Week 26, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.